Welcome back to the show. We are talking fitness right now, and specifically Pilates, because it's having a bit of a cultural moment. But the numbers suggest that something bigger is also happening. Inclusive fitness, low-impact training are now among the fastest growing sectors in wellness. And reports show that functional fitness and mobility-based training have absolutely surged post-pandemic, with more professionals prioritising longevity over intensity. Now, Pilates is right at the centre of that shift, and men in particular are joining in growing numbers. So is it about fitness, or is it about performance, stress, even leadership? I am still joined by Reza Alavi. He is the founder and CEO of Real Pilates, which has been in Dubai, working away quietly in the background since 2009. And I wonder, what was it that brought you to Pilates back then, when it wasn't a buzzword, when it wasn't something that everybody knew about? How did you discover Pilates and decide that this is where you wanted to sort of move your life?
It came, I think, Jennifer, from real practice. I was in the corporate world. I have been in Dubai for 26 years now, so I know the city quite well. I moved here from France, and before that I had lived a few years in Japan. I was working in the automotive industry, completely something else, like into planning and strategy and so on. And in the last couple of years I was there, I started practicing Pilates based on a recommendation of a friend. And I discovered the remarkable mind and body results it had on me. And I considered myself a fairly balanced kind of average fellow. I didn't have any particular major injury or any goal other than general fitness. And the way it made me stronger, the way it made me so much stronger at work, with my family, in every compartment, I realized this could help really, really a lot of people. And I happened so that I worked in a company whose vision statement was enriching people's lives. That was the official statement in Nissan. And I wanted to do exactly that, but in a much more tangible and concrete way. So in 2009, my wife and I, we co-founded Real Pilates. We opened our first studio in Jumeirah. And a couple of years later, one more in JLT, and a few years later, another one in Meydan. So today we have 3 locations because we really, really want to bring those results, that experience to as many people as possible, men and women. Of course, more and more men today, thanks to everything that's happening in the market, this general sense of awareness. And as you mentioned, it helps that certain celebrities, football players do it because then it creates an awareness. But you know what? Many of them have been doing it for many years. It's just that they posted more about it or more recently. So suddenly everybody has become aware. But Pilates itself has been around for a long time.
And of course, I mean, when it comes to fitness, it's the same with diet, with nutrition, with anything in life. You know, there's a degree of balance, and you probably should be doing some cardiovascular work, and you probably should be doing some muscle building work. But I think what's really interesting with Pilates is that, you know, it's focusing on muscles that will carry us through life. You know, when we're in our 70s or 80s, they're the things that will keep us balanced. They're the things that are going to keep us upright, that are going to prevent back pain. And I met a man recently through dance who took up dancing in his 70s because his mum had had a fall, which resulted in, as it does for so many older women, a fall then just sort of, the domino effect of that is huge. And he said, I wanted to learn to be able to get back up again. And it's those muscles that you're working on, isn't it? That then when people can practice into their later life, the impact can be sort of, the compounded impact can be huge. It's not just about aesthetics or posture or building muscle, but actually about having that sort of core stability and strength that keeps you mobile later into age.
Absolutely. And actually that's why the secret to our success, particularly at Real Pilates, is that it's people who are seeking longevity, who are seeking really long-term results. So Pilates is not, after a while, anymore part of their fitness regimen. It becomes part of their lifestyle. And this is not me saying it, it's them really stating it with these very words. A lot of Pilates instructors themselves come from the kind of backgrounds you just described, injury, and then it miraculously helped them, prevented certain surgeries that doctors were maybe recommending. And through Pilates, they actually fixed themselves and became strong. And then they're like, okay, I can do this as a career. I cannot tell you how many crew members we have from Emirates Airlines, for example, who after years of flying and a physically difficult, draining, job, they shift to this because then they realize, okay, they could do this for a long time. There's a genuine career to be had.
Yeah.
Which is why we focus so strongly from the very beginning on developing the largest Pilates training academy here. We're a STOTT Pilates Academy in the Middle East. We have trained over 7,000 instructors in the last 17 years. So the trend you see currently of all these studios opening everywhere, we are very much aware of it because many of the instructors working there actually took their courses with us or graduated, like certified at our facility, continue to come to us for continuous education and learning new tricks and new knowledge. So it's fascinating to see this happen, but it makes us really, really very proud because there's still a long way to go. There's still so much to be done. But seeking that longevity, preventing injuries, having that kind of inner strength that carries you through your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on, as a practitioner, and for those who become Pilates instructors, also as a career. You can teach really late. There are people at 70 who still teach. So we're very lucky because we are, associated and partnered with STOTT Pilates, which is a world-leading methodology. And that's why I think in this region we have trained some of the best instructors out there. We went from a small boutique studio to actually one of the top 5 licensed training centers worldwide. So many instructors you see in the GCC countries, in Lebanon, in Egypt, in Pakistan, India, Iran, some of the CIS countries, they come to Dubai to be trained at our facility. And that's incredible.
Do you know, it's one of the things I love about Dubai is it continually surprises you with the things that you find it's at the epicenter of. It's leading on industries that you had no idea it was leading in. I could happily talk about this all day. I'm afraid we're out of time. But for anyone who is listening, and again, speaking to you gentlemen, if you are listening, you're thinking you'd like to give Pilates a try, if you would like to learn more about what they're doing at Real Pilates, maybe you fancy becoming an instructor yourself, send me the word Pilates on the text 4001 and I will put you in touch with the team. You've been listening to Reza Alavi from Real Pilates.
Your home of news, business, talk and sport in the UAE.
There's more to come.